you like your new house?
I like it.
What is up, everybody? I am in Taidong in the new house, and everybody's probably wondering how much this bad boy costs. And the truth is... Oh, well, good morning, everybody. My name's Asher. I'm Xiaofei's Southern lawyer, and I have some unfortunate news to tell y'all today. But due to the fact that there is a disagreement between the perceived and stated condition of the house, this is leaking here, allegedly leaking. You can see it's been leaking out of here, might be leaking. This area here is leaking and causing problems. Could possibly, maybe have a chance to be leaking. This bathroom is leaking. It is impossible to know if it's leaking, either way. It's not ideal if your floor is leaking. Could be leaking. 哪里漏水? Oh, that proves nothing. The final paperwork has still not gone through, so I have forbade Xiaofei from talking about this here mansion because things are still under negotiation and he will not know until the dust is settled. Thank you for your time. So yeah, basically what he said. Things are a bit complicated right now. We even had to get a lawyer involved. Obviously not that lawyer because he's an idiot, but a much better one. We're just trying to figure these things out. It's a new experience for me. This is my first time buying a house, and it turns out that buying a house is quite complicated. I will definitely go through everything, including this terrible experience, when I'm ready, when the house is ready. So as soon as I figure all of this stuff out, I will of course make a video detailing everything, all the expenses, all the repairs, all the legal fees, all of the loopholes and headaches and hurdles and things that I had to jump through. But it's been a learning experience. None of the things I know now, I knew going into this, and I hope that when it's all said and done, I'll be able to maybe give some kind of like a detailed home buyer's guide and what to watch out for. For now, in order to try to like really figure out how much we're gonna end up paying, let's go through the house. I'll detail all of the things that are broken. Some of them are quite minor and they can wait. Other ones are really big and critical and have to be taken care of now. So come join me for this house tour of all of my problems. To confirm whether or not these spaces were leaking, we filled them up with colored water, using a different color for each section so we could trace the leak back to its source. And of course, red water immediately started coming out of the bathroom and onto the floor, making a giant mess. However, while my house does have 99 problems, a clean floor ain't one, because this portion of the video is sponsored by Roborock. Roborock makes amazing intelligent vacuum mops that automatically sweep and mop the floors until they are sparkling clean. They not only wash the floor, but they also dry it too using hot air, so you'll never have a slippery wet floor, which can be dangerous, especially for old people.
I got 99 problems, but a clean house ain't one of them, because the sponsor of today's program is Roborock.
To clean up this water, I used the brand new Roborock Dyad Pro Combo. It's an extremely versatile machine that can not only vacuum and mop, but it also sucks up spills. It then uses 55 Celsius hot air to quickly dry the floor. And it did this all on auto mode. I never had to change the setting. This bad boy has 17,000 pascals of suction power, and the battery on it can last a full hour, covering 300 square meters of floor space. Every time I cook, I tend to make a big mess, and I want something I can just grab and clean it up right away. The Dyad Pro has 5 function settings: sweep, mop, clean up water, battery saver, and my personal favorite, auto, which works like a charm. You just turn it on, you put it on what you want to clean up, and it just figures it out and does it right away. As you can see here in auto mode, it sucks up the water in front of my leaking bathroom with no problem. It's so simple that my dad can do it without reading any instructions or looking at any manual. Just click the button and clean it up right away. One of my favorite things about the Dyad Pro is I just push this button right here on top and this comes off. I can just pop this on and then use it as a hand vacuum. It comes with all sorts of accessories to get those nicks and crannies that are just difficult to reach. Now I'm tall. My house is going to be so much more comfortable now that I have Roborock vacuum mops and robots to keep it clean for me. Thanks again to Roborock for sponsoring this video. Having a clean house not only makes living here a lot more comfortable, but because the robots do it all automatically, it also frees up a lot of my time, which I can then use to spend with my family. I highly recommend that everyone check out Roborock. There's a link in the description where you can find out more. Ads like this help support the channel, and now it's back to my problematic house. Here there were all sorts of crazy trees, and I cut them all down. I tried to put some salt on them and cover it up so the salt would absorb into it, because these roots are going all under the sidewalk here, and they're lifting it up. It's really close to the house, so I'm kind of afraid that they're gonna go under the house and cause some like water ingress from inside the house. These things here are falling down. So it goes there, it actually comes out all the way over here. We had trees coming up here, I had to cut it down. They're lifting up even a big rock like this, so they can definitely go under the house and cause some damage. Over here in the living room, I'll show you something, Dad. I don't know if you were even aware of it. There's like this hole here.
No, I wasn't aware of this.
Yes, it's all rotted here and it's chewed by bugs. And so the bugs, I put a little bit of poison in there and it like killed all the ants. We got to keep an eye on that, because how are they getting in, right? There's some connection to the outside, and you see how it's cracked out there? And that's also where all those trees were growing. So I'm kind of worried that, you know, there might be an association between all of those things. Anytime they do have new shoots that come up, no you don't, no you don't. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but just to prevent any chance of it getting more energy to grow. Kind of contradictory statement coming from a nature lover, but we don't love all nature equally. That includes these vines that come out from everywhere. These also grow near the house and places where there's like electrical wires, and so I just gotta be careful, make sure that they're clear. We've got another problem over here. Maybe a big one, I'm not sure. There was this really creepy room back here. We cut our way to it, and it was locked, and it was probably locked for a reason. Ooh. We'll get there in another video. I'll have a special video just for the mystery room. And do you hear that sound?
I thought that was your foot.
No, it came from. It came from back there. I'm getting out of here. Anyway, we'll open that at a different time. It's rusted through, and this is the support column. So very quickly, a small hole can become a big hole, and then the structural integrity of this post is compromised. It's actually the drain. So the water comes in through there, it comes down here, and it should go into the drain. But now there's trees growing in here. So with this hole, also trees get in there. They can block up those drains, cause other problems. This can rust and fall. Not an emergency, but something you can't just forget about it. You gotta take care of it. Anything else going on out here, Dad?
None that I know of.
Yeah? All right, we're in pretty good shape. Let's check out the inside. So this kitchen needs a lot of work. It's not really functional as a kitchen now. You know, we don't even have a refrigerator. That refrigerator's broken. Normally I, would leave appliances out of this, but a fridge is something you really need to live a modern life. I've been drinking warm beers like a caveman. It's no way to live. These cabinets have some interesting characteristics. Oh. It's got a nice swivel hinge on it. And that's kind of like, true for all of them. They're all a bit janky. Every time I open them, like a little piece of them falls off. These counters are they're just made of plastic and it's rotting. My dad tried to hide it here, huh? That's not good. I wonder how the water's getting there. I think the water gets through here from the sink. Maybe this is when opening, it's like leaking here, and then it goes across and causes things in there, I guess. Mm-hmm. This lamp is very cool. We all love it, but what is going on over there? I do not know, but that is a general theme happening all over. There is some funky wiring going on. Do you think this is the proper way to wire whatever this is?
No, I don't.
Definitely gonna need to be looked at. In the entire downstairs area, there is only one outlet that has a ground, and everything else is ungrounded, and I've already been shocked twice, and it's something that we're definitely gonna have to fix. We're gonna have to rip out all of those wires and run new ones. Hopefully they are in conduits. If they are, that will save me a lot of money and look a lot better. If they're not in conduits, we're gonna have to run them on the outside, which will be a disaster. But hopefully that's not the case. There are at least conduits running into the circuit breaker box. I don't know if that's continuous throughout the old house, but it gives me a little bit of hope. Let's go upstairs, take a look. So you can see here, this white stuff on the tile here. Take a look up here at the ceiling. We have a water ingress issue. There's water coming from outside, dripping in somewhere and causing problems. So that's gotta be a major thing that we need to take care of. Here. This window here has the same issue. The outside ceiling is not good, and so water's coming in from the outside and seeping through the walls. Another thing we'll need to take care of. Bathroom here is the other bathroom with no problem. So I've been using that for like showering and pooping. I like to shower and poop, but not at the same time, one after the other. But take a look here. This room's got lots of issues. This is water coming from the bathroom on the other side. And you can see all of these have been kind of rotted away. So I'm not exactly sure where the leak is coming from. We gotta do some tests in here. But this bedroom here actually, which I'm using as my office, you can see it's got this kind of like line dripping down the mirror. If you look all up here, there's water damage. Things dripping in from the ceiling. That is not good. Looks like maybe they painted over the top part there, but it didn't help because it still comes in and stains the wood. Paint doesn't stop the water from coming in. And then we have a similar issue here, but this is probably coming from the window on the other side. Maybe this is leaking here, but then that other one coming from up there. So it's definitely coming in from somewhere. We're gonna have to get it tested and taken care of because small holes become big holes, small problems become big problems unless you take care of them. In the past, we used to clean our house with these archaic tools from the 18th century. This was a big problem because the furniture is heavy and my dad is unable to move it away by himself. I kind of feel like he's gonna break the legs because he's just pushing it, can't pick it up, and I'm unable to help because I am often out of the house. And that's why I am really happy to be using this Roborock S8 Pro Ultra, and this thing is fantastic. When it first arrived, I took it out of the box. It came with the vacuum mop robot unit as well as a docking bay. And a instruction book, which I just threw away because it was written in a language that nobody understands, Chinese. After that, it was very easy. All I had to do was click the clean and map function, and it went around the house and did a fantastic job of mapping its way around. These dual rollers here on the bottom did a fantastic job, and my feet just felt really, really great. It's a real pleasure to walk around indoors with no indoor shoes on. I'm not a fan of indoor shoes, and previously there's just so much sand everywhere. The docking bay on the S8 Pro Ultra has a 3.5 liter reservoir, which is enough to clean 300 square meters or about 100 ping of floor space. For that bottom floor here, what it means is it can do this whole area about 5 times. As it went through, you can see it used about half a liter of water to do it for the first time, and the water came out pitch black. I'm really looking forward to never having to mop my floors again, as I can set this on a schedule through the app to run every day or every other day, and it will clean the house, go back to its docking deck, charge, change its water, change the dustbin, and all I have to do is change the water about once a week. You can see more water damage here, and it's here. It's like coming out the side. You can see it's been leaking out of here and dripping down from there. It's probably all connected. Like, these issues are probably all the same. So something we got to take care of. See, more here and here and here. All of this is probably connected and has to do with this balcony out here. My guess is that this area here is leaking and causing problems, but you know, it could have also been the drains or something like that. We don't know. We have to get it tested. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, there's like a hole here. Solid floor, some kind of hole. I don't know. It doesn't really like bother me. It's like a structural issue because this is just a floor on top of another floor. If there's something that's causing it, and then it's going to grow, and you know, that might be an issue. Otherwise, this room I think is fine. You know, it looks fancy, but everything's just plastic. This bathroom, though, is leaking. So you can see it's causing some rot here and some damage. So we need to get that fixed. That's no good. Yeah. Also, the toilet doesn't, the plunger thing, like it flushes, but then it doesn't go down, and so the water kind of keeps running. You know, that's small, that's minor. You know, I wouldn't care about that. But a leaking floor is not good, not ideal. It's not ideal if your floor is leaking through your walls into the next room. Gotta get that taken care of. So we have some water coming in here. You can see it's kind of like bubbling out here, causing little issues around this section. And if we look outside, it'll be either this pipe if it goes into the wall, or maybe it's this drain here, or it could be coming in from here, or who knows. We gotta test it, but there's water coming in, and But again, you just can't leave it because small things become big things. How does it make you feel when you see all these problems?
You have a lot of work to do.
That's how you feel?
Yes, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. You have a lot of work to do.
Alright, well, I mean, that's kind of how I feel too. I do feel like I have a lot of work to do. Big house just has big problems. Wow, how'd you get up here?
By the ladder.
Wow, this metal gets hot.
Yeah.
So, this is not good. You can see this is bowed up right here. This is not flat. You hear that difference, Dad?
Yeah.
So you can hear there's like air under all of these. That's just probably caused by the heat, but you know, you don't get a good seal anymore. So now, of course, water's coming in.
How do you get down from there?
Huh? There's a ladder on the other side. When you climb up, you can see the ocean. See the ocean, Dad? Straight in front of you?
Which direction?
Straight in front of you, between those houses.
Oh yes, I see it.
Ooh, ocean.
The ocean's there, the mountains are there.
So on that side, you have the coastal mountain range, beginning of it. And then over here, this is the actual central mountain range. Now, once you climb down, my feet are burning.
Okay, do you want me to take the camera?
Yeah. Gotta turn it around.
I don't know how this is looking.
Is it filming?
I don't know. Now.
Okay. So you can see these get kind of, you know, same thing that happened over there. It just gets hot and it pumps up, and then these seals fail and it breaks, and that's what you get here. It's just sitting on the concrete. There's nothing under here, so definitely water's coming into the house. You know, that's something that we got to fix. Not really something we can just put off till next year or, you know, wait for. So we're gonna have to get that taken care of. Also, the swimming pool's missing. Pretty serious problem, don't you think, Dad? You don't think that that's an issue? It's all right. Just leave this one to the professionals, okay? We'll take care of it. No, but this would be a pretty cool space. Like this is, I think this is a great space. Like not now, we're like dying under the sun. If the roof is fixed so that it's not leaking and done in a way that you can walk on it, like not just paint it over, then we can use this space as space in the house. But this tile, you know, is meant to be a usable space with the walls around it to stop you from the wind and stuff. So you can just chill out here in your jacuzzi with your lounge, some plants, bottle of champagne. I don't know how you people will do it. Is that how you live, Dad?
No. I like to read. Sit on the couch in the living room and read.
Fine, I'll have to do it. I'm skeptical of that tile. I haven't checked every single one, but you can see there's issues going on here. It's just too old. We talked to some roofing people and they're like, they just told us that roofs aren't done this way anymore because they just fail all the time. It gets hot and the tiles expand. It sure gets hot, I can tell you that. All the tile is missing from this. It's supposed to look like that across the street there. That's what it should look like.
What's under here?
The big unnecessary archway.
Where is this?
That's the front porch.
Oh.
And you can see the other ones are over the balconies, so it's not really an issue, I don't think. It's not over like a living space. That's that. Now you see all the work I have to do. Dad, what do we say when we end a video?
Bye-bye.
谢谢订阅分享
谢谢. I didn't get the rest of it.
I would just say 谢谢, bye-bye.
谢谢. Bye-bye.
And this here is the Roborock Q Revo. The S8 Pro Ultra will take care of the bottom floor, and then I will use this between the second and the third floor. This is very, very convenient with us because this way my dad doesn't have to go up and down the stairs all the time carrying a little robot. So when I opened up the app on this one, instead of selecting single level home, I selected multi-level home. So then I can have two different maps for the third floor and the second floor, and it will automatically go through the house and make everything nice and sparkly clean. This model also sweeps, mops, and dries all in one go. It uses hot air to around. And just as a test, when I use it, I hit the quick map function, so it would go around and map the house before it cleaned it. And it says that it won't clean the house, but I saw it doing a little secret cleaning on the way. I was very concerned that it was going to just walk right off the stairs, but I shouldn't have worried. It got to the top of the stairs, and of course, it's much smarter. It just stopped and mapped it out and handled that exactly like it should. I worried. for no reason. To further test the capabilities of the robot, I turned off the lights to see if it needed them for navigation. It did not and performed the same way as it did in a well-lit room. I also stuck my foot in front of it several times to see how it would react. It stopped every time, but I've seen enough sci-fi movies to know you can only push robots so far. So I wisely stopped bullying it and let the Q Revo do its job in peace. The Q Revo has a docking bay with a 5-liter reservoir. It can do a total of 120 things before you need to change the water. So what I'm going to do is just in the morning, I'll just switch it from one floor to the next, and then boom, it will just clean that floor, and I don't have to worry about it.